Married to Medicine Reunion Part 1. This is season 11, episode 16. Okay, so of course, the outfits, right? Who was wearing what? Who looked the good? Who did not look good? For me, my best dress will be Dr. Jackie. She just looked really nice. Like out of everybody, I don't know, hers was just the best to me. I think Contessa had a cute dress, but her boobs, okay, yeah, it was. Same with Sweet Tea. She will be on my worst dress list this time, and hers, whoosh, Lord, child. I don't know why they put her in that dress and sat them up like that, and then that hair. It was just too. It was a lot. It was poor thing. Simone, Heavenly. I think the dress was cute, but the choker a little much. Quad, she was cute. Toya, I just wrote big. It was just big. So catching up with all the ladies, Contessa is glad to be back, of course. She did watch last season and she was like, I'm glad I wasn't part of that. Yeah, because I'm not sure exactly how she would have. I mean, she actually probably would have stopped a lot of Phaedra's shenanigans, maybe not. And maybe the weirdness between T and Quad, like that might have been a little different with Contessa involved, I think. So we gotta address the elephant in the room, I guess, which is Phaedra, because she ain't here. She ain't want to come, even though she was invited, of course, because she was on the show. But how did the ladies feel about it? They honestly don't care if she was here or if she wasn't. Don't nobody really talk to her besides T, Contessa, and Toya, which she did say, oh, she did give her a call and talk to her. And Phaedra had a comment to say something to the nature of, what she gonna go, what was she trying to help them out for? Something, or what? Well, you see, I don't want to cuss these words, but she used the S word, like what? Yeah, basically saying like, I came on the show to help y'all out, so to speak, or make y'all show better. Girl, no, you didn't. But basically, Phaedra was not needed, and the ladies didn't care. At least Toya thought that maybe she could have stuck up for herself if she would have came, or if she didn't. And Andy did show us some little, it was like some never before seen footage of Phaedra in her confessional, because you know, in your confessional, you can talk all the mess that you want to, right? And she was talking all the mess that she wanted to, calling them trash, demonic, itches from hell. They were ugly, they were fat, they were hateful, and that she was just happy to be leaving. So I mean, listen, the ladies was looking at that like, okay, that's how she feel. All right. I mean, it's sad because we did try to welcome her into the group, but this how she was gonna do us. They feel that she went a little low, but it is what it is. I don't think anybody could expect anything less from her. And continuing with this Phaedra notion, it was more like, that the bitches comment. Remember, I don't need these bitches to tell me what I can't and can't do with my money and this and that, if I got it or I ain't got it, this and this and that about that fundraiser, right? So, of course, Simone was highly offended amongst most of the ladies in the group because what kind of bitches is we, right? Simone goes on with her little spiel about, how they got these great jobs and great salaries and they're great, how, these wonderful ladies. And Heavenly butts in here and just to be like, listen, Phaedra played herself because she tried to play Apollo, but it backfired on her and it didn't work. So that's what happened. She knew that Apollo was coming and she thought, oh, I can bring Shek on there and, try to do a tit for tat type of thing. And it didn't go out the way that she wanted it to. I mean, maybe it did and maybe it didn't because, well, okay. Well, on Phaedra's end, she probably knew that Apollo was going to act up, but I think she expected the ladies, to have her back, kind of like how they was doing for Quad, having Quad back when it came to Greg, but they didn't give it the same energy when it came to Phaedra. So that's why she was like, I'm out. Somewhere along the lines in the blogs, Apollo, well, I don't think it was him, but I think it was Shireen. She filed for a divorce, I think. So Andy asked the question to get the ladies' reaction to it. Did they see it and, what they thought about it? Of course, Quad had to make it all about her to say that, oh, well, same old. He gonna be the same person he was with the first wife. So why does she think he was gonna change, with the second wife? And hint, hint, looking at T. And of course, you know, they caught the shade just a tad because T was kind of already on it. And I don't know, was it Andy that gave her the fan with Phaedra face on it, or did Simone already have it underneath her pillow? But either way, they was just playing around, having her act like she was Phaedra. Are you still dating Shek? And was Dancing with the Stars rigged? Because, she didn't win. Okay, we got Phaedra out the way. The ladies get a little breather here. I don't know why Quad wanted to touch Heavenly boobs. I think everybody boobs is just kind of a little bit out there, except for Simone's, because hers is super covered up. I don't know what was going on with that dress. I don't know. I didn't really like it. But either way, it's time to talk about Quad. She's going to be the first one up. Andy's calls this the resurrection of Quad, which I'm not really too sure about that, because she was pretty heavenly, heavily involved in last season. So it wasn't like she was gone or nothing. So I don't, resurrection, no, but okay. Her relationship with Simone, okay. So from the previews, we know that everything that they're saying right now, we working on it and we trying to move on. It's a daily, task of hand for Quad, but they trying, right? So we got to go into it, which was Simone. You didn't invite her to the Whitnick, is what they call it, the Whitnick, because they was trying to do the Freaknik, but they put the Wit in front of it. I couldn't remember why. Was it because of is the college called Whitney or something or what? Either way, that was the first episode. But Quad showed up anyway, right? And it was kind of like the big old surprise besides seeing Contessa. And yeah, what does Simone feel about that pretty much? On her end, it was more like, look, I didn't want to apologize. Quad wanted an apology about Napa. Okay? It keep going back to this Napa trip. But Simone didn't want to apologize for that. Okay? And unfortunately, that's the thing that is keeping them from really moving forward. She apologized for the last reunion at New York, but this, she said, nah, because it's kind of how she felt in the moment or at that time. So why would I apologize for the actions that they took, okay, on that trip? So it was like, she was trying to tell her, Simone, she was trying to tell Quad that they didn't bring her on the Napa trip to kick her off. Okay, that wasn't the plan, because this is what Quad was thinking, I guess, on her end, right? And Toya had to bring this up to say that, yeah, did nobody know? Nobody knew about it except for, we're gonna say, Simone, because Simone was the one who started the conversation. But from the clips that they showed, and we all do remember, everybody said something. Okay, everybody did. So I guess with that, that's what Quad will have them thinking that, oh, well, they all trying to gang up with me and kick me off. So what is the challenge here? Okay, I don't know how it turned into a challenge, but where is this riff, right? And it's basically because, yeah, Simone says, you think we tried to gang up on you, and basically all these years you've been handing us your ass to kiss and this and this and that, because you think you better than everybody, and this, da, 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 da. So they're going back and forth, this back and forth, back and forth. And Quad ended it. Well, what we say ended it? But basically, we're heated in the moment because she feels bombarded by everybody. And we're still on Napa because we got to kind of rewind a little bit back because this is why she mad in the first place, right? So everybody said, well, we're sorry. We sorry because of this and this and that for whatever reason that each of the ladies had, right? So Toya, she's the one who keeping it real for, this the Toya keeping it real this whole season, right? She was saying that I don't think nobody was being real with their apologies. Everybody was just saying sorry just to shut her up, basically. And of course, Andy had to ask him, well, is that the case? Like Dr. Jackie, Heavenly, da 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 da. And they all agreed to say yeah, because we all know Quad. If we would have kept going, she would have just kept talking and digging it and going all through the mud and the bushes with these dramatics and her words of, like, so in order for us to just let it, hurry up and get over it, we just say sorry, girl, and just move on. And we thought that was going to make her happy, but it didn't. And this theme between her and Simone is kind of the same rehashing of actually last season, the season before that, the season before that, the season before that. It's always that Simone thinking that Quad, thinking that she's somebody else, that's, she better than everybody else. And that's not what she wants for the group. I think she wants everybody to be on equal footing, so to speak, but not equal footing because this is Married to Medicine, okay? Married to Medicine means we are people who work in the medical field, okay? And what are we in this medical field? We are doctors, okay? We got two OBGYNs. We got a dentist, which she wasn't there because Heavenly didn't come on the first time. She had to be added. And then they had that big debate that a dentist was a doctor. Is she a doctor? Is she not a doctor? But either way, no, that's not important. The husbands are doctors, psychologists, Dr. Greg. You know what I'm saying? And the only people who is not are the people who are married. You get it? Married to Medicine, which would be the Toyas because she ain't no doctor. And who else? Cecil. Cecil ain't no doctor. And somebody else ain't no doctor. But mainly Toya and Cecil. But everybody knows, but they married to Medicine. You get it? So Quad, you started off Married to Medicine on here because you was married to Dr. G, but you got divorced. So when that divorce happened, that's when everybody was like, well, dang, do she need to be here or don't she? And Simone was thinking, no, she don't need to be here. So this holding secrets about King. I mean, for me, like she said, if I ain't talking to y'all, then why do I need to tell you that, like, I got a boyfriend and all this stuff? And, that's only if we was talking. So if we not, then I don't need to tell you nothing. So Simone, on that part, you just gonna have to get over it. And everybody else, honestly, as well, because if she wasn't talking to y'all, then how would you know? Or, you know what I'm saying? If we not being friends, then it's obvious. So you have to see me on like Facebook or Instagram or something. And she must not have been posting nothing. She kept it all the way secret. But that is what it is. You can't be mad at that. So Sweet Tea, I don't know, she kind of turned into Dr. Heavenly a little bit, being on her YouTube channel talking mess about the ladies, right? So being married to Dr. Gregory, she was just going on different rants here and there. And for her, it was mostly just a reaction to what she heard or what she saw Quad doing, okay? So she was saying, oh, well, she's jealous that I got what she want or what she used to have, and this and this and that, woo, woo. And this makes them go back and forth. No, I ain't jealous of nobody, girl. I left him. You the one that got my leftovers. Woo, woo. And no, girl, you this and that. You ain't back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And they just like really, 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 and Toya, Because mind you, before they even got on stage, Toya was already feeling some type of way about Sweet Tea. So she just pretty much kind of instigating it just a tad, being on quiet side when it comes to this little argument. And somewhere along this argument, things got a little, uh, I mean, it was kind of funny. I was here, I say things kind of turned into joke. It was, I mean, they wasn't joking, but everybody else watching is laughing because all of the reads that T was trying to throw was just really not landing all the way, like calling her a non-motherfucking factor. And da 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 da, which is, hey, look, that's Evelyn Lozada. You can't recycle, repeat. No, no, it ain't gonna work here. I'm sorry. So of course people was laughing. Right? What does Quad have to be jealous of? Not no no no. I'll say it. No, I left the man. Okay, which means I did not want him. So if you got him, then you can have him and you can keep him. But why do I gotta be jealous? Okay, nope. Okay, so she called her the Beverly Hills hillbilly. She ain't even from California. The girl's from Texas. I mean, hillbilly, sure. You could have just called her a country bumpkin or something like that. So we switched gears a little bit because Andy, he get a little tired once we get to arguing too much about nothing. We got to move on, right? So what did Quad do to get this dang Rolls Royce? Because see, I knew for us to get a 3-part reunion, we're gonna get a lot of stuff that's unnecessary, okay? Because we gonna go through each girl. We hitting Toya, we hitting Quad, and we hitting Contessa. That's 3, which means we got Jackie, Heavenly, and Simone, or and Mimi, because the new girl as well. Whenever she get here, then the husbands. So everything else is just gonna be extra stuff, right? So this is just stupid little extra stuff, like what she do to get the dang Rolls Royce. She said that. Remember, she said they was doing it like 15 times a week and all this crazy stuff like that. Okay, whatever, whatever. Ha ha ha. Funny, funny, funny. Is Quad gonna have a baby? She said that they are actually currently working on it, and Dr. Jackie is her doctor, and they are doing IVF, and that is might possibly boop, 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 be a baby pretty soon. We might hear some announcements maybe this summer, if not this summer, maybe at the start of the new year. It just depends on how things work, but we'll see. And the only thing I kind of thought was funny about this part, which, battle of the babies, okay? Battle of the babies. Because if she has a baby first before, you know, Greg does, yeah. Yep, some more extra nothingness. Because, like I said, they're going to fill it in with a bunch of nothingness. A little sexy talk here, I guess, because Andy just being nosy, wanting to know what everybody be doing at home with their mans and stuff. And of course King, because Andy be looking. But listen, I say Andy always be looking at all. If he don't keep his eyes off of people's husbands and mans, yeah, he probably actually was mad that Phaedra didn't come because he wanted Apollo to come. All right, it's Toya's turn in the hot seat. So, of course, she been the one keeping it real, right, this whole season. So Andy just was like, I'm gonna throw you some little questions real quick, see how you gonna answer quick little, on the fly. So who got the most work done? She said Heavenly. Makes sense. Um, who's gonna be the hardest to tell the truth for this reunion? She said it's gonna be Sweet Tea. um who needs to fire their stylist? She said T. And they showed her face too. She's like, ugh, yeah, because it was, I don't know why you agreed to wear that dress. And then she said, well, I want to walk in last to do like a grand entrance. And yeah, it was not grand. Everybody was looking like, oh, okay, okay, okay. Who looks better? Me, Andy, or Anderson Cooper, his best friend. And she's like, Andy, of course you, of course. Somebody asked a question about how Toya always be pointing out stuff about like King, about his appearance, his body, his muscles, stuff like that. But on the other hand, be talking about Eugene, like, oh, he was such a nerd. I could have made him popular in high school, and this and that. And of course, because I had pointed that out, like maybe, ooh, I think maybe when King first appeared or something like that, or whenever they went out, he had his shirt open or something, and she was like, "Dang, why he gotta have his shirt all open, this and that?" Like, you know, why you always gotta bring up stuff like that? I don't know why she does it, but she said, "Hey, it's just part of her personality." And her and Eugene, that's just them. They joke and laugh about stuff they see and people they see right on the street. Ain't nothing wrong with looking right. Right. Of course, Heavenly being that, Heavenly, she's so, can we call her a prude? Would prude be the word? I don't know. But of course she thinks anything that has to do with like you can't do nothing. Like, ooh, you're not supposed to say nothing was about that man and this and that. But yeah, if it's okay with y'all, but now I understand. But I would never, that's her. I would never, because Dr. Damon, woo, that is the goddess Adonis. Like, child. The Birkin baby shower. I knew we was gonna have to talk about it. She actually has two guys. She got two. She got a Kelly and a Sophia, or a Kelly and a something. I forgot. Oh, Stormy, Kelly and Stormy. And the other one was a beige tan kind of color. Uh, sure. It Listen. If you gonna get one, then get one. But though the ones that she got was like, it was just real lackluster. Like when Garcelle went and got hers, that first one that she got, nice, beautiful, yellow. And I think it was the large. It wasn't the little, like. And we find out that Toya got a new house. Interesting that they did not do this while they were filming the show. I don't know if she just said, okay, we're not going to talk about our house this time, or what, because they did not mention it not once, not a look, not a closet, not a nothing about a house. But they got a new one, and I think this is either number 4 or number 5. I think we lost count at this point. And it's not a rental. Did they build this one again? Because remember, they built that last one. So they might have built, it looked like they might have built this one again. And for some reason, we got a little back and forth again between Quad and Sweet Tea about who owned the mortgage and who name is on the mortgage. I mean, yes, Quad got her own house. The Sweet Tea, you just was added to the mortgage. Like, I listen, we don't even know if it what's real, what's like, we don't listen, we don't even know. But that's Greg's house. So does Toya keep the ladies honest? Simone says yes. I will say sure, just because she does call them out all the time when they be on some BS. And they be listening, they do listen and they do, oblige. But Toya and Sweet Tea go at it a little bit right here, right here. So apparently, I guess Sweet Tea must have said something about Toya on the internet, you know, and it just ruffled Toya's feathers just a little bit because, she I tried to be your friend, okay? And this is how you gonna do me? Like, so to speak, basically, right? So of course Andy had to have Toya's back just a tad because yes, listen, you just got here, young lady, because they keep she is younger than them, so they keep putting her down like that, even though she is a whole ass, 30. It's just, I don't know. Am I older than her? Or is she older? But she 30 something, right? So she's not a child, okay? But they be trying to son her all the time. So they sunned her just a tad bit right here because yeah, you just got here, baby girl. Toya been here 11 years. I'm an original. Okay, this is my show. Do you know where you at? Hey, hey, whoop, 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 whoop. Respect, okay? I think she just felt a little slighted, a little disrespect because how dare you talk about me and I'm the one who trying to help you be up in this group. So Tisha right here decides to say, okay, well, listen, can I talk? Cause I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Basically, when I got here last season, Toya befriended me, and she wanted me to go hard at Quad. Like she's the one that pushed me to do it because at that time, her and Quad was not friends. So it just made sense for her to make friends with me since I'm a I'm an enemy by default just because I married her ex. So you know what I'm saying? It was you was trying to use me to get at her, and Heavenly was helping to instigate that. And of course, Heavenly was like, "Who? For me? What? Huh?" And I'm like, "Yeah, Heavenly. Last season, you was on that. I want to get Quad against Sweet Tea. I think all of y'all was doing that. You know." Because that's how y'all was trying to get her kicked off. Like, let's be real here. Let's be real. So of course, Heavenly trying to hide her hand because she ain't got nothing to do with it. Toya, defending hers like, no, 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 you lying. You don't know what you talking about. This and that. You the problem. What you really mad is because you saw that I'm actually cool with Quad. So now that I'm cool with her like that, now you want to be mad, like. So either way, Quad was listening, and she said, "Okay, I hear you. I hear everything you saying because I believe her. I do believe her, and I think Quad believed her too. But she was like, I remember when I came to your bachelorette party, Toya was the one that wanted to kick me out, not you. Okay, but you listened to Toya, and then you said, okay, kick me out." Which for me, I'm like, Quad, technically you can't be mad at that because you wasn't invited to the bachelorette party. You wasn't. So technically you was supposed to be kicked out. You was. You was. So for that part, I'm like, wrong example. Wrong example. You should have just said, okay, I hear you. And Toya, I see you. And Dr. Simone, I don't like when she be doing this, but she gonna go over there to her and get down. Look, get down in your good clothes on the floor, kneeling in front of her, like, okay, calm down. It's okay. You don't need to be acting like this. Pull it like this. Why they be keep there? Like she's not a child, and I don't know why she was like y'all treating her like this. Because I would have said, if you don't get up out, listen, no disrespect, Miss Simone, but if you don't get up out my face, I am grown here. Why is you trying to tell me to calm down? I'm sitting right next to Toya. If anything, you think we not, let's say, listen, we good. If anything, we wouldn't be sitting right here. I would have been over on across the way, okay? Or sitting on the other side of Contessa. All right, ain't nothing about to happen. You think we was gonna go touch that girl or something? Like, girl, please get. I'm like, if you don't get up, so we gonna skip over to Contessa. All right, we done with Toya, we done with Quad. So now we got Contessa, because that's what I'm saying. Next episode, we got Heavenly, Jackie, Simone, and then little Mimi gonna pop in, and then we got the husbands. But we gonna get the husbands on the next episode. We might get them on number 2. But either way, Contessa, she's back. She back. Cool, cool, cool. She's picked up where she left off. It wasn't like she was. Look, it's not like I was gone. I know the ladies. I know the routine. So, hey, it wasn't nothing, right? Only thing is the relationship with Heavenly, because when she left, they was not cool. Like that's pretty much the reason why she left. Besides, her and Scott had to go get their stuff together, but it was Heavenly because yeah, they've been very close to fighting each other a lot. I'll say a lot. I'm just surprised they really ain't never touch, but they argue so much that is like, do we have a friendship? And they don't. They really don't. At this point, they tried to mend it at the end of the season when they went to have that little lunch. But when the Bridgerton, was it the Bridgerton party or one of them parties happened, they got back into it because Contessa was on Sweet Tea side, and Heavily don't mess with Sweet Tea like that. So we still, I don't say, right, is we can't be friends no more, right? So they going back and forth, Heavenly and Contessa, and this is about, right, it's because you brought up your business with Scott, okay? Okay, you told me these things and you said what you said on the camera on the show, so that's what I repeated, and that's what this and this and that. But of course, Contessa said, well, you the one that twisted the words to, and you dogged out Scott, like you was dogging out my husband, and that's not what I was doing. I was just complaining about him not taking the trash out and him not helping me with these kids. You know, the normal things that people go through. And you twisted it and this and that and calling him abusive and, you know, all this other stuff. And that wasn't the case. So, at this point, Heavenly like, look, I don't know you. Look, I don't know you, which is pretty strong because bitch, I do know you. We was friends, but I guess at this point, I don't know you no more. Okay, and I can't trust you no more. I don't know if you lying, telling the truth or what. Like, you know, and Contessa like, well, hey, I feel the same way at this point. Like, and with this back and forth, Heavenly just kept telling her, like, listen, I told you to stop talking, to stop going telling me this stuff, which if you supposed to be a friend, you don't gotta, like, let's be real, you don't tell people or the world stuff that you talk about on the low or on in your regular life, because y'all do got regular lives. What you and Jackie talk about, was you gonna talk about her and Curtis and stuff like that? Like, I don't think so, because then you know Jackie gonna be mad, right? So same thing. Well, actually, because she do it to, yeah, she ain't gonna do it to Jackie, but she does it to Simone. She does it to everybody, to Toya and Eugene, because she thinks Eugene, old weak ass. Like, you know, like, it's, that's just Heavenly. So Andy calls her out just a bit to say, like, well, Heavenly, you the one that might need to stop talking too, because you do a lot of talking on your YouTube. And she trying to say that she don't be saying nobody names and this and this and that. But yeah, you do. Like, you do. And you do. I've seen a couple things, so I can vouch for that. But either way, Heavenly in that mouth, because your mama, your mama, your mama. You said her mama, F her mama, and this and that. You know her mama had died, you know, so that was real disrespectful, and you weren't supposed to do that. And of course, Heavenly, well, that's just my go-to. I didn't even say all that. I said F you, and I was talking about you, and this and that, whatever. And they roll the tape because they like, well, you already know that's how Heavenly talk. That's that, you know, she from Miami. If you know anybody, or you know, Miami peoples, they kind of talk fast and things like that. Like, it, that's their go-to. Like, your mammy, your mama, you stink, you're dirty, you know, stuff like that. But either way, Quiet was like, you look, yeah, Heavenly, I'm your friend. I'm gonna tell you, you was wrong with that mama comment. You probably should have never said that. Reeled it back. But I think in the moment, at that moment, she wasn't thinking. She was just talking. So, and it was in the fight and the argument. So when you in a fight and the argument, everybody say stuff. So Andy asked Dr. Heavenly, do you owe Dr. Contessa an apology? And Heavenly said, I did. I did apologize. And Contessa was like, no, you didn't. At least maybe I didn't hear it, or maybe I don't forgot or something. But nope, I didn't get the sincere apology that I needed from you. No. I didn't get that. So we're going to end it with the rumors and the nastiness, because has anyone ever heard any rumors about Dr. Damon? Hmm? Remember when Mariah was saying, "Yes, girl, I know all the stuff. I got all the receipts and this and this and that." And she never dropped none of the receipts, but she mentioned it. Okay. And Mariah, I think she was off the show after that season, so we never really got to get into it. But had she stayed on the show, I bet you she would have. But now the contestant bash, she said, "Yeah, I might have heard a few things around town. It's in the streets." And Andy, hey, anybody heard anything? They all looking around. And Simone was like, "Well, I might have heard a little something, something." And then Toy was like, I second that. And Heavenly looking like, "Oh, for real? Really? Really? Yeah, really, really." So we're gonna see where we're gonna leave off right here. We're gonna pick it right back on the next episode of the reunion. Cause yeah, this wasn't too bad. The first one. I know this reunion is gonna be pretty good, and it's gonna get even better when we get these men's up out here. Cause Greg and King and Damon got beef. It's what's for dinner. But anyway, peace out. Talk to y'all later.